What's going on, everybody? Texas Redleg here. I'm finally back. So I've been up to my eyeballs in work and work-related stuff for the past month or so. Excuse me. And I've just been overwhelmed and completely, just at full capacity with work, burning the candle at both ends, so to speak. But I wanted to do a video tonight, sort of get back on track and get back into the groove of things if I'm so lucky. But I wanted to talk about storm season. As most of you know, down here in Texas at least, we went through a pretty harsh, about a week and a half event down here where winter reared its ugly head in a bad way and had a bunch of power outages and rolling blackouts, this and that. Some bone-chilling temperatures that, man, we just don't typically get down here. And certainly colder than I've ever seen it before. And did a number on the plumbing systems, the roads, the plumbing infrastructure, electrical grid suffered a bunch of issues. We've got a whole host of problems with that whole ERCOT thing and what's going on with that. And anyway, I don't suspect things are going to get a whole lot better. There's still people reeling from that, and there's still people trying to get dry down equipment to dry their houses down from the burst pipes and what have you. So it's just really, really, really dicey. And here we're going to go right into storm season with regards to, tornadoes, hail storms, windstorms, and things of that nature. I already had a couple actually around my neck of the woods, but I think going from the storm season to, different versions of storm season through the changes in weather patterns and seasons here, we just need to be, I think, resigned to the fact that we're just going to have to deal with this stuff on a regular basis, season to season. I don't expect there to be a lot of off time or, seasons where you're probably not going to have anything happen. Seems like we just need to be prepared for that as the new norm, as people like to say. But as far as, like say my area, we've gone through this winter event, and then we'll go right into this severe storm season. Like I said, tornadoes, hailstorms, windstorms. And then a lot of people out west will go through the drought as they typically have for decades now. And so, just, again, being prepared for those seasons and expecting the bad stuff to happen on a regular, more routine basis, you're just going to be that much more prepared. So I would, continue to resupply. If you went through this winter event down here, or wherever you're at, maybe you had another type of event that you experienced and had to fight through, now's the time to go ahead and resupply those preps and those stocks, the stuff, fuels, batteries, the solar items, water, water sanitizing things, bleach, propane. If your outdoor gas stove is no good anymore, don't wait, go out and replace it. Or, find something to trade somebody for one. I mean, there's all kinds of deals and barters you can make to get this stuff, good to go. Your food, your child children's medication and certain items that they need. The food for adults, the vitamins, the medications, and don't forget the 2A, items, the regulated stuff. There's working behind the scenes on this stuff, and one day we'll just wake up and it'll be a new law, and then a lot of us will just be felons overnight. That's how this thing's probably going to go. But I would seriously encourage everybody to stay after it. Don't sit back. If you can afford to go get the things you need, go get them. Don't take any days off with regard to that, because you're not the only one out there trying to hunt it down. And not only that, I think the government's after a lot of it too. So, they got to supply their own stockpiles, and they got to take care of them first, as usual. So, again, we're on our own for most of this stuff, if you intend to remain free, that is, and not depend on the government for your sustenance. If that's how you want to live, then I suggest you get on top of stuff and ensure that you have the right to and the wherewithal to take care of yourself and your loved ones on your own, and then through each other, as a community. But get those items resupplied. Get those oil changes done. Get those things done that you've been putting off, or you had to put off because of the last storm you went through. Go get that stuff done. Stay on top of things, and you'll be that much better off when you have to rely on your supplies next time, and that next time may be sooner than you think. But I wanted to throw a bonus in there tonight and show y'all one of the books that I have, and I go reading through from time to time, and that is this survival hacks book. It's by Creek Stewart. Creek Stewart is he's a sort of a survival expert, field expert. He does a lot of these recreations. He has a show on the Weather Channel called SOS. And basically it's a would you survive, or how could you have done it differently type reenactment shows, where they take a disaster or some kind of emergency that somebody experiences and has to go through, and then he sort of reenacts it from their position and says, okay, well, what they did was this, but they could have done this. So it's a really cool show on the Weather Channel, but it's by Creek Stewart, and it's called Survival Hacks, and it's a pretty cool book. It's got a lot of good information in it, and I mean, it's everything from splinting to tinder bundles, to starting a fire, to just all kinds of stuff, foraging and eating wild game and wild plants, how to do a shelter, just all kinds of good stuff here. But I would, if you don't pick this one up, maybe you can pick up another one. But there's all kinds of little neat things that you can learn from this guy, and then other people, of course, out there that are been doing it for a long time and just have a knack for it. So I would encourage everybody to check that out, or feel free to chime in and shoot me a idea on a book that's related to prepping and so forth. I'd be glad to look at it and again learn more and get better. So that's what we all should be doing. So with that, everybody have a great weekend. Keep prepping, stack it deep, and always remember, long live the Republic.